Yeah,
because
when you
obviously
have
it's quite deep, isn't it? Like the first 35 picks is quite deep with tackles and guards. So
you have
someone's going to fall.
Jonah Williams, Cody Ford, Dalton Risner, Eric McCoy, Chris Lindstrom. What was the other guy I just mentioned?
Oh,
Garrett Bradbury. Those
that's
guys,
the one. Yeah,
you're gonna have one of these guys fall to 35, absolutely. And I think
yeah, because
it
there's so
makes
many
sense.
different prospects in defense as well.
Yeah,
You look at how strong the edge position is this year, how strong defensive line is, and corner. There's loads of corners. I mean, someone's going to fall because that's just how it works. And someone always kind of, rather at the beginning or in the middle, will change the whole complex of the draft because they'll take someone no one's expecting them to take, and then everyone else will filter through. Because teams will have a board and be like, okay, well, they're on our board right now. And then it will be a pick before they pick, and then that pick might go.
yeah. Looking at that, the offense, I think the only position that is worth taking somebody in the top, unless T.J. Hawkinson falls to 24, I don't think you need to address any of them in the first round. I think you can go offensive guard with the 35th pick.
No.
And running backs are a dime a dozen. I think they grow on trees because you have productive running backs that's been drafted from top 5 to undrafted free agents. So, but I didn't study the running backs as much. But you have talk about like the running backs as a group. What do you think? Where's the value here?
The value picks will be in like round 3 or 4. Trust me. I doubt many will go within the top 45 picks, I'd say. I think you'll see 1 or 2 running backs, hardly any, because it's such a predominantly, it's the edge position this year that is basically the most prominent, and it's the most prominent roles are like defence in the draft this year. So I think that running backs, you're going to get good value in rounds 3 or 4 this year.
Yeah,
guys like Darrell Henderson, Devin Singletary, Miles Sanders, Rodney Anderson, David Montgomery, Miles Sanders. There's a lot there, but for me, I think Miles Sanders is going to go mid second round.
Yeah, and you think he's the best in this draft, right?
Yeah.
Break him down. What are her skill sets? What does he do good? Well,
he can pass out in the backfield, catch out in the backfield.
You want to pass it out.
Yeah. So he can catch out the backfield, which gives Carr another weapon. It gives Gruden another weapon as well. But he's just strong, quick. When he gets the ball in his hands, you kind of have a feeling he's going to make something happen. And that, for me, is exciting as a fan. When he's got the ball in his hands and he's running with the ball, he'll make people miss. And everyone was talking about Saquon Barkley last year when he went. Was it second overall he went?
Yep.
I don't see Miles Sanders as such a less talent as Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I think what Barkley had above him is his acceleration and his speed, and that he was just a force of nature.
Barkley he's ridiculous. I'll talk about this that they measure running backs with a speed score. His speed score is 124, while everybody else is around like 100, 105, which is ridiculous. And speed score is they take the 40-yard dash and they adjust it according to your weight. So if you run a 4.5 at 220 pounds, your score is higher than if somebody ran 4.5 at 200 pounds. But we'll get to that later. Who are your like sleepers in this class?
But yeah.
Sorry.
My sleepers, what? Just at running back or?
Yeah.
There's a couple, to be fair. I can never pronounce his name. Is it Azubgo? I can't pronounce his name. Who else is
Spell
there?
it. Oh,
There's a
okay.
few.
You know who I really
Yeezy
like?
Edge.
The guy
Yeah.
with the highest speed score in this year, and also he plays really tough, is a guy called Raquel Armstead from Temple. I think
Oh yeah. I've heard him. Yeah.
he's my sleeper. I mean, he ran a really good 3-cone, short shuttle, 10-yard split, and he ran a 4.45 40 at 220 pounds, which is really good. I mean, Justice Hill ran a 4.4, but he's only 198 pounds.
Yeah, that's mad.
And Gruden likes it. Gruden really wants a power back who can block, pass block. Who do you think are the best pass blockers in this draft?
I would probably say David Montgomery's up there.
Yeah, he's and I think he has the most forced missed tackles than anybody.
Yeah, he's I don't think he has electric speed.
No,
but I think he kind of fits Gruden's kind of offense.
Yeah, and what I didn't like about him was his 10-yard split, which is pretty slow. But he's more of, instead of like a burst power guy, he's more of he can pass block and he can make you miss in space. And all these guys, I mean,
it's a bit like Lynch. He reminds me a little bit like Lynch. Not quite the same, but like a little bit.
Not as powerful.
Lynch isn't that. No, he's not as powerful, but Lynch isn't the quickest. But what he does do is he makes people miss, and then he's got the determination to keep going.
Yeah.
And that's what gets him that extra yards. That's who he reminds me of in that respect. But hey, we'll see. But my sleeper is Bryce Love.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, my God. You know how good he is if he can just stay healthy?
Oh, mate. If he's healthy, he's unreal. 2,000 yards rushing in 1 year in 2017. 2,000. That's mad.
Unfortunately, we don't get the medical reports, but Mayock did say they got the medical reports on Thursday afternoon in his press conference. And we'll talk about the press conference, but...
Yeah, he was on Rap Sheet and Friends, the radio podcast the other day. No, Bryce Love. Bryce Love.
Yeah, what did he say?
He was just saying how his rehabilitation's going, basically stating that he's actually doing some sort of running and stuff now, and that he's healthy, and that we should expect to see him like 2017 sort of shape.
When?
So, hopefully by the time the season starts. I think he's still rehabbing. I think he's got...
That's something to keep an eye on. That's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pick him up in the fifth round is nothing these days. What do you get for a fifth-round pick?
Do you think any running back is worthy of a top first or second round pick in this draft?
No, the only one I would take would be if we traded back in the second round and traded to mid-second and took Miles Sanders. That's the only one I would say that I would take kind of just, below. Round 3.
And I've been looking at Josh Jacobs' tape because he's been being hyped up by the media, and I just don't see a top 10. They're hyping him up as a top 10 guy, and I don't see a top 10 guy.
I don't even see a top number 1 running back.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. He's powerful. He'll hit the hole hard. If you need a couple of yards, he'll get it to you. But, he's not going to get the ball and turn the corner and go get on the sideline and go down the field with his speed. I mean, he gets caught running to the sideline, and he's in between the tackle runner, which is fine for Gruden. But you can get a lot of guys who can do that. I mean,
No, exactly.
I think he's one of those guys, like one guy comes out and says really good things about him, and then the whole media, everybody, just jumps on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think we do definitely take a running back this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone like Bryce Love.
Isaiah Crowell isn't horrible either.
No, he's not. But he's not refined to the blocking part of the game. But maybe that's something I can pick up on. But what he does offer is elusiveness and a proper weapon for Gruden to manipulate.
Yeah. So I think those are the two big positions that we need to address in the draft. I think we can get an interior line with the 35th and a running back with around 4 or 5, right? Even or if we trade back from the 24th or 27th pick and pick up an extra third, maybe we can get if somebody really good falls, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think they've done it. So. By the way, in free agency, we filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starting spots. 4 on offense, 3 on defense.
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize. On offense, we have the right tackle, Trent Brown, or he can play left, but I think he might just play right instead of moving Colton Miller all over and stop his production.
They're not going to move Colton Miller again. They're not going to prime him to be left tackle and then all of a sudden move him.
Yeah, then because he needs his development. It starts all over if you move him to the right side. It's bad. It's
no, exactly.
You have our receiving core: Tyrell Williams, J.J. Nelson, and Ryan Grant and Antonio Brown, all new. That's 4 starters.
Yeah.
In our defense, I'm just talking starters now. LaMarcus Joyner is gonna play slot, and in base downs is gonna move to free safety. So LaMarcus Joyner.
Yeah.
And our linebacker, we have 2 new starters: Vontaze Burfict and Brandon Marshall. So,
yeah, and don't forget we've got guys like Jason Kabinda from last year who
played really well.
Yeah.
He got some playing time
to
towards the end of the season. I'm just going to touch on it quickly because we want to focus on offense right now. But Jason Kabinda got some playing time, and he got really good PFF grades. I mean, he can study under Vontaze Burfict for a year or so and just take over the middle linebacker spot. He'd be really good at it. And Brandon Marshall, I know he had some trouble covering last year, so hopefully he can come back to form. But we do need to take a linebacker in the draft as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone like Jermaine Pratt or David Long, someone like that would be suffice, I think.
Yeah, and I'll read my scouting reports for linebackers later, but I'm not that sold on Devin White. I think he's more of an athlete than a football player because you can see the rawness to his game. If you like turn on the game, right, LSU game, don't look at the game. Just keep your eyes on Devin White. See what he does, how he drops back. How he's athletic. If he sees the ball, he's gonna run to it. And I think he's gonna be a better weak side linebacker who doesn't have to take on blocks. He can just run to the ball. He doesn't have to read and react. I think he'd be a much better fit in that role. But
for me, the better of the Devins is actually Devin Bush.
Yeah, me too. Because Devin Bush knows where the play is going. He can react to it. He's just not as...
And his technique's better as well.
Yeah. Only thing is he doesn't fly to the ball as quickly as Devin White, but that's the only thing Devin White has on him is athleticism. Even though Devin Bush is athletic as hell, Devin White just shows it more on film.
Yeah, but I don't want people who are just athletes.
Yeah. No, that's why Devin Bush just...
just is a tad better in my opinion. So when people say, let's take Devin White at number 4, what I'd say to them is, no, not when your biggest need is edge or defensive line to get some proper push from the defensive line or from the edge.
No, it makes sense. Hey, you want to discuss the draft a little bit? Let's create our top 4 big board right now. See and not be surprised when the Raiders don't move up or move down or one of our the guys we love gets taken. We'll discuss best and worst case scenarios and see the 4 guys we would love to have at the pick number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so we can all agree that the top 2, right? We'll be both happy with at least Nick Bosa. Our biggest need is definitely defensive end.
Yeah,
and our second
100%.
And second biggest need is DB, probably cornerback. We can do safety as well, because
Yeah.
We got to stop the pass, right?